Hi, my name is Ioana Ocnărescu and today we are going to talk about prototyping. Prototyping after the observation phase is going to help you to act as a designer. It is giving birth in a tangible ways of your ideas. So let's just don't talk and show you some prototyping tips and methods. So here is a photo of a lab. Actually, it is not a design lab per se, but it's a lab that we found in a French hospital. It is a lab of ergotherapists where they build prototypes and prostheses for disabled or in need persons. Well, that means that everybody can do this at home, so don't wait. Find a place and build your own lab at home. The first idea about prototyping is about experience prototyping. This is a term coined by two researchers at IDEO, Bushnell and Surrey. They built this concept in order to explain that a good prototype is an active engagement of the users with prototypes. There are three dimensions in which prototypes are useful for us. The first one is understanding extreme situation. The second one is about exploring and testing new ideas. And finally, the third one is about communicating these ideas to others. Prototyping existing situation means feeling unsafe or a very expensive situation that we can't feel in our daily life. For example, what it feels within a race, a pilot, or what it feels to be homeless for a day, or what it feels a patient in a hospital in the urgency department. All these experiences are embodied in our senses, and prototypes help us to live them. The second dimension of prototypes is about testing and exploring new design ideas. This is the most conventional ways of prototyping. For example, at Strat School of Design we are working on social robots. For the moment, social robots don't exist in our daily life. So we try to imagine this future scenario like telling a secret to a robot. All these elements are extremely important in order to understand these future scenarios, these emotions and experience that we feel with these prototypes. Finally, the third dimension, it's about communicating ideas to others. Others could be our colleagues, our family, our partners in collaborators, our users and our clients. Actually, we never build a prototype only for ourselves. And these prototypes are intermediate representation. There are some milestones within a project. Therefore, their form is also important for the others to collaborate. And here is a synthesis of the theory in the wise words of a disciple of Confucius. What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. So acting, engaging, experiencing prototype is the most important thing that we can do with our ideas. So what do we need in order to build the prototypes? Actually, there are three things that we do. It's a lab, tools, and methods. So let's see all these elements. A lab, as we saw in the first slide, it is a place that could be at home or at your place. The most important thing is that you create stuff where you work. Why is that so important? Because when people pass through your desk, for example, you can show them and you can test directly your ideas. Other way of prototyping and putting ideas to others is finding places like coffee machine or in the kitchen where everybody has some time to spend with your prototypes. The second dimension are the tools. When we talk about prototypes, everybody is thinking about technologies, and it is true that today Arduinos and easy-to-use electronics help us to build prototypes in a very simple way. Also, the 3D printers or the laser cutters help us to make our ideas very fast tangible. But what is most important here, when we have an idea, we can also test this with paper, cardboard and scissors, and we can design this experience in order to test it. And finally, there are methods. Of course, there are lots of methods in order to build prototypes. What we're gonna share today with you, it's a design example that you have in front of your eyes. It is a communication artifact that is using a knock in order to communicate. In order to build the different phases of this product, we built in the first time a paper prototypes, then a 3D printed prototypes in order to explore the aesthetics and the form. Then we put electronics inside, and finally, the final prototype, it was an wooden prototype because we wanted to test the knocking experiences. But how to look at pros and cons of our prototypes and different forms of our ideas? Well, a very simple tip and method is to create a stop motion video. As we say at Strat, fake it until you make it, or fake it until you feel it. Well, this is what we're trying to do with stop motions. We take photos of different interaction with a product, and then we create this video that we're gonna give to users, and we're gonna discuss these interactions. So this is the end of our module of theory on prototyping. What we learned today is about prototyping is not only testing ideas, but it's also about sharing ideas and also experiencing hard-to-get situation. Also, the important thing is to have a lab, some tools and some methods. Now we're going to go on with some examples of prototyping and projects.